More positioning, like organizing our photo shoots in Maui, going around the world, picking up you know, a few team riders here and there, giving us suggestions, you know, participating with a test of most of the wakeboards around around the year. And then about 5 years ago,
a bit longer now.
a little bit longer, 6 years, I told you that we really wanted to have a product manager for the sails and rig components. And not only that, I wanted to have a designer for the sails that was able to actually design the sail with first of all by hands, cooperating with our previous existing sail designer, and then learn how to draw the sail on the card. And so he basically learned everything by, you know, having to cooperate with other designers, but at the same time by himself doing the testing and the designing part. And what you see today between you know, all the sails that he has been designing and the rig components is really a really hard-earned job by John Sky himself. So I'm really proud to delegating completely the control over the sail and the rig components part, because he's doing a terrific job until today.
Yeah, yeah. Just carrying on from that, like my background, I've been competing for 15 years, like internationally, in every single discipline, from even longboarding back in the day. I've done international speed contests, PWA slalom, supercross, freestyle, and wave. So in that time, I think I've got, you know, I generated a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge across all areas, and with that, I'm able to put it back into the sails, and I think that the biggest benefit I have is, like, I sail every single product, and I live in Gran Canaria, which most of you know is being 3-3 weather in Pozo. But what we actually have is pretty much year-round, really consistent winds in all strengths. So I can pretty much sail 300, 350 days a year, and across all sizes, from the 9.2s all the way down to 3.3. And it just allows so much more testing potential than pretty much anywhere in the world, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go through, I'll start off just to explain a few of the features of the sails in general on this one, and then we'll go through all the sails individually. I'll try and keep it short, because I'm sure you got too much information already, but if you've got any questions afterwards, come and speak to me and I can go through it all in a little bit more detail. So yeah, starting with the sort of general features. One of the biggest things we have for the last 3 years, I think, is our customised X-ply. And this has really allowed us to not only do something really graphical and beautiful looking, but it also, the printing's inside the X-ply, so it lasts forever. It's not like, you know, if you have screen printing, it'll come off eventually or fade. This is inside, so it lasts forever. So the beautiful look that you get when you unroll your brand new sail will stay the same for years to come. It also allowed us to customise the thicknesses, the yarns and everything, so we can really produce exactly what we need. So up through the head there, we use a 4mm X-ply with like a slightly wider spaced like X-ply yarn, which will like give you a like slightly lighter weight through the head where you don't need it. And in the main body of the sail, we use a thicker with like a directional yarn, which gives a lot of not only strength but also stretch resistance. So what we did with the design, like this main panel here acts like a stretch control. We call it the cross panel construction, and it really takes all the stress from the clew up to the sail. And we do it all through the use of this panel and this layout, and it yeah, allows us to give us good control over the sail without having to have the kind of straight line zigzagging across the sail. We also, on our wave sails, we have what we call the target window. Being a wave sailor, what I love more is visibility. I hate having stuff when you're on the wave and you're trying to look where you want to go. So for me, it's really important to keep the monofilm window as much as possible. But we're also aware that it needs to be strong. So we try to put this X-ply around the window to give you strength and to give you vision. And like that, you have the best of both worlds. This year, we also did a lot of testing to try to reduce the weight as much as possible, whilst obviously still maintaining all the durability we can, and in some cases actually increasing the durability and reducing the weight. So for example, this clue area, we made it a little bit smaller, the EVA patch a little bit smaller, just everything we can just to save a few grams here and there. We have a new foot design, a new leech design, and the overall is I think about 50 grams, depending on the sail size. We managed to reduce it by about 50 grams, which, you know, when you hear it like that, it doesn't sound so much, but when you realise that that weight is a lot of it up the top, we have a lot more kind of swing weight, it's quite a noticeable difference. We also, this year we got in the 3 and 4 batten sails, we made a slightly thicker mini batten to reduce the flutter on the sail and again increase the long-term durability of the sail. It's not going to flap itself to pieces, it's going to remain as it is for as long as possible. They're the general features that basically go across all the lines, and now introducing each sail as we go. This is the Vogue, which is our control wave sail. Previously it was 5 batten, then last year it was 4 batten in the small sizes and 5 batten in the big sizes, and this year it's 4 batten all the way through. It really, like now we've managed to develop the sail so much that we've got all the stability we want, all the control we want, and the 4 battens just gives you a much nicer, more reactive feel on the wave. This sail is, in comparison with the 4, which is our other wave sail, it's very neutral. It's very light in the fingers. It's ideally suited to, I'd say, lighter people in general, but also people that like to sail light. So me, I like to sail quite heavy. I like to have power in my hands. But for example, Andrea Razzati, who's heavier than me, he chooses this sail because he likes the light kind of fingertip neutralness of the sail.
He loves float and ride.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't like jumping anymore. He's getting too old for jumping.
Yeah.
So he's getting more and more into like float out and ride. That's why he likes to have a really neutral feel. He always uses for example, the Vogue HD, the Vogue Pro, which is this one with the full vision window, and the hardcore wave. That's the preferred choice of some of this guy. For example, a guy like Alex, which is more like a water rider, he still likes to use the Vogue, for example.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's loving the sail because it's great for neutrality when it's this crazy mega big.